Hey everyone, welcome back to the 6 Gear channel. Today's review is going to be a Ford Explorer ST in Star White. Looks great and can't wait to get into the review. I just want to thank Magnuson Ford here in Abbotsford, BC for allowing me to review this vehicle. If you have any questions or if you want to come take a look at their inventory, I'll leave a link in the description down below. But let's get into the review. So diving into the 2022 Ford Explorer. Love this SUV. It's basically one of the best performance SUVs for the price, I have to admit, and it drives absolutely incredible. So let's start here with the headlights. You got nice daytime running lights and then LEDs down below. Looks great. The headlight itself is pretty big, so it's nice and beefy. You get LED fog lights down below. Now we also have some parking sensors. We have one on the wheel well liner there, and then we have two that carry out through the front on the driver, and then two and the third on the other side, just like it is on this side. Now I like the ST grille. It's got that honeycomb grille and it looks really aggressive. It does come with a 360 camera, and then you get Explorer in black at the front, and then the ST badge as well. Now it does have some active grille shutters, as you can see inside, and they also carry out down below. Now as we carry through over the passenger side, you obviously get the same look. Very beefy and aggressive, but also that sporty look. I really have to say I like it. Now the hood itself does have some bulging, as we can see over here, and then there is some insert here, and then it kind of carries throughout that same look. Very aggressive, and I like the accents of the black around the vehicle. Now that is it for the front. Let's dive into the motor itself. Alrighty, so diving into the ST. So we have equipped a 3-liter V6 producing 400 horsepower and 415 pound-feet of torque, mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission. It is a very fast motor, well, car in general. The transmission's very quick too, and it has some good shifts when you are shifting manually. But my gosh, is this vehicle pretty fast for how big and sleek it is. That's pretty much it though for the front. Let's dive around the vehicle and go over some stuff in detail. Okay, so let's dive around the vehicle. So as you can see, the rims is what to me gives it that really sexy appeal. So this is the street package, which gives you the rims and the brakes, which look amazing. The tire here is a Pirelli Scorpion Zero tire. The tire size here is 275/45 R21. Sexy rim, really nice tire, and it makes the ST look a lot more sportier, which I truly love. I even like the red brake caliper, especially in this color. As we carry across actually the bottom here, we can see we get some nice black accents at the bottom with the Explorer logo right there. The mirror caps are also encased in a black color, as well as we carry out the A-pillar here and some of the door panels as well. The door handle here is it's keyless entry, so you can grab it from the back to unlock it, and then pressing this unlocks it. Now that is on all 4 doors, which I love, as opposed to just being at the front. You also get a key code here, which you can resurrect when you touch it. It's right there, just like that, which is also a great feature. Coming across the back here, we can see again that rim, really big rim. 275/45 R21 is the tire size, so they aren't staggered, which truly is awesome. So you can do a tire swap. And the fuel door is on the driver's side. Now that is pretty much it for the side of the vehicle. Let's take a look at the rear of the ST. Now before we do so, I will get a glimpse of what it looks like from the side. Very sleek, still kind of carries that Explorer look from the previous generation, but I find the roofline is just a little bit more sleeker than it was before. But that is it. Let's take a look at the rear. Alrighty, so diving into the back here of the ST. Really sexy vehicle. The back itself looks amazing. I love this color. I think it looks awesome as well. We do get some quad tail pipes back here, but unfortunately, as we can see if we look closer, the tailpipes kind of go down. Kind of helps with giving that not burnt look for the tailpipes themselves, but I've seen people put exhaust on here and they look amazing, or well, sound amazing. And if you get a beefier muffler or a tailpipe at the back, it looks a little bit better. We also have a trailer hitch here. Now the max trailer tow on this one is 5,600 pounds, which is not too bad. As we carry across the back here, we get LED lights for the back. The Explorer logo is here, encased in a black color as well. And we have your rear camera here. This little nozzle is actually to spray the rear camera once you put the rear wiper on, just to help with getting debris so you can see better. Now, one thing to note is when you do lift the tailgate, it does show you where the button is. As you can see, this little arrow, you push that button and the tailgate lifts right up. You can also do it with your foot, as it is foot activated. Now, coming into the back here, we have tons of storage. We got some winter mats here as well. One thing to note, you can actually put the seats down with some buttons here. So as we can see here, the left, all you gotta do is push the button down and it automatically goes down. Kind of slow, but hey, it beats kind of pushing it down yourself, I suppose, right? You can actually push this button too, and it lifts both of them up. So I'll push that back so I can resurrect it, and it is a little bit faster when you do so. We have some storage pockets here as well. Some storage underneath, and it is a nice flat floor once you do put the seats down. It does also have a headrest, just in case you're wondering. You can just lift it up and then you push this and it comes back down. Decent amount of room back here. This one is the bench seat as opposed to the two captain chairs. Surprisingly, I do find a lot more people want the bench because if they have kids and maybe a dog, they maybe want the dog in the middle. So that bench seat does help. But it's a personal preference. The nice thing is all of them are individual, so you can actually put that middle seat down and create a surface just in case if you want to put some stuff on it. But that is pretty much it for the back here. We do also have the power liftgate button here, so to click that, it just shuts easily. It also is on the key fob as well. So that's pretty much it for the back. Let's take a look at the rear seats themselves. Alrighty, so hopping into the back seats of the Explorer, the door panel itself is really big, to be honest, which is nice because when you lay your arm on the bottom here, it feels nice. All soft touch material, all soft touch at the top. You do get your peasant blockers, of course, here on the top of the door panel. Handle feels good. You get some storage here for a cup and then some storage down below. Let's take a look at the seats. You get some nice white stitching, and then as we carry throughout, it is a nice plush seat. I will move my equipment here so you can see a little bit better of the seat, a little bit more of the seat. You do also get some heated seats back here, only the front or only the side too. But like I was mentioning before, you can put this seat down and you can actually kind of have like captain chairs, if you will, just by putting that seat down. So there's a little bit more benefit to having the bench, and resale value is just a little bit better. Now to actually move this seat forward, all you got to do is grab the lever and it comes up just like that. It's okay for space back here to kind of get in and out. Depends how far the front chair is, but you can move it up a little bit more and you get some decent storage. Well, not storage, actually room to go back there. So what you do is push that back, and then there is a lever down below and you just push it forward. It is a little stiff because it is new, but once you get it going, it'll slide like a dream. Now, coming into the back, or the back here where we were before, let me just kind of get a good angle. We do have some more cup holders. There are some cup holders in the seat bench as well. You also get some power too, so household plug and then USB-C. You can control the climate back here, which is nice, and that is that for the back. You do get your vents up top. This one does have a panoramic sunroof, which I will show you guys what it looks like once we get into the driver's seat. But that is it for the back itself. Let's take a look at the front cockpit. Alrighty, so coming into the front driver's seat, we are greeted with kind of that same interior look, but obviously with the steering wheel. We'll start with the door panel here. It's all soft touch material. Your unlock and lock, memory seating. You have actually Bang & Olufsen cheese grater sound system in here, which does sound amazing. I call them cheese graters because they are a little sharp. Window controls, mirror controls, your power folding mirrors as well. Nice padding here, white stitching, looks good, and then some storage down below. We'll take a look at the seats as well. Nice stitching, and then this you can actually push forward and back to adjust your headrest. I like how they put the ST logo in here, but as we carry throughout the seat, looks very good, very plush. Nice to sit in, of course. You got your lumbar support here and your power seat controls. Now these do have massaging seats, which is an amazing feature. Like I said, I would show you guys the sunroof, and there it is, full panoramic sunroof. Looks amazing when you're driving, especially at night if you can see the stars. One thing to note is when you do want to pull the hood up, you got to actually make sure your door's open, and once you pull this twice, you'll be able to access your hood. Over here we have your power lift gate and then some light controls, and it is a telescopic steering wheel, which is nice, so you can move this very easily. That is it before we hop in. Let's dive into the interior. Okay, so diving into the interior, we're greeted obviously with the nice perforated leather wrap steering wheel. We have the ST logo down below as well, and then we have some controls that I will go over with you. The steering wheel feels good. I like the feel of it. It's pretty thick here on at 10 and 2, which is nice. I like that feeling. Kind of gives it a nice sporty feeling. There is no kind of flat bottom steering wheel, but I have no complaints about the steering wheel. It feels nice. So we'll start here on the left side. You actually have your adaptive cruise control with lane centering. It kind of reminds me of a little bit of Tesla's autopilot because it does steer the car for you. Once you get it going, I'm telling you, you'll love it. It's a really great feature. Obviously, you have to have your hands on the steering wheel, but it will steer the car for you, which is incredible. So that's what that does there. You get your volume controls mute as well. Over here, we can control the front infotainment. So once we click menu, we can kind of go through what settings we want on your navigation. It doesn't show a map there, but you can show like where you want it to turn. If you got your nav set up, your phone, you can hook up your phone as well. And we can kind of go through tire pressure, that kind of thing. Nothing too crazy on this side, but this is, we can select screens here. So we can show your trips. You can show your intelligent all-wheel drive, which I like. The intelligent all-wheel drive kind of looks cool. But this is the normal screen. Now, once we get into changing the drive modes, just down here, you can see that your mode, and it gives you that animation that we saw in the XLT, the video that I did. You can see some animation. The sport one looks really good. Kind of gives it a red look, which I like a lot, which is awesome. And it's very sporty, which is pretty cool. I like that a lot. I would rather do the comm screen in the middle, just so I can see the gauges on the sides, but it's a nice little diagram, which I always like to kind of play around with, so I'll leave it in that. You do have your paddle shifters on the sides there behind the steering wheel as well. Lane keeping assist is there too, so as you can see, I'll kind of hide the sun a little bit. You can see the lanes right in the center there. You can turn that off or on, and then we also have your blinkers and your wipers on the right side. That is pretty much it for the center of the steering wheel. All soft touch material at the top here. Nothing too crazy, no stitched leather, which I would prefer, but I'm not going to complain about it. Over here on the the passenger side rather, we get that nice kind of trim that carries throughout here as well. And the glove box is down below here, which will house your books. Now coming over here into the screen, this one does have the tech package, and what that entails is the screen here that's more vertical as opposed to horizontal. Some people may prefer the horizontal screen as opposed to the vertical. I would prefer the horizontal, but this one kind of fits nicely in this design here, which I like. So I have no problems with that screen. You can go to home, so you can kind of house your audio and navigation, whichever you kind of prefer. And you can go into audio, phone. You could have navigation take up the whole screen if you'd like. I like the home function. It just kind of gives you the navigation as well as your audio. You also have your settings here, which you can kind of play around with. The seats though, like we mentioned, since we're in here, we are going to hit massage because I want to do a massage. And you can have it on both seats, which is pretty incredible for really the price. I know when you get into high prices, then they might include massaging seats, but really for the price of this vehicle, it does include a lot of great things. But that is pretty much it for the screen itself. Down below we have some buttons here, so your volume and tuning knob, your parking sensors, and then your 360 camera. I kind of wish that 360 camera was taking up a little bit of the whole screen, but I see how they probably why they did it just kind of half, because it wouldn't look as great. If it was more horizontal, then yes, I could see that the screen would, or the camera would take up the whole screen, but I see what they did here. Not a big deal. Pushing that goes back to the home screen. Now down below, we also have your tuning and volume, your toggles, and then your climate controls also down here, which is nice. It does have heated and cooled seats, so ventilated, and then the heated steering wheel button is just right there. Nice kind of area here to kind of store stuff if you'd like. Pushing this up gives you some more storage. You got a 12-volt USB, USB-C down below, and a pocket of storage, really deep, surprisingly, which is awesome. And then if you want to plug something in, there's a little hole here to have your cables come up. Now, coming into the center here, we can see we have your dial, which is okay. I don't mind it in this vehicle, so I'm not going to complain about it too much. We have your parking brake, your auto stop, or your auto hold, so when you're maybe at a stoplight, you push the brake in, you can take your foot off the brake and it holds the vehicle for you. Your auto stop start, this actually parks the vehicle for you. This is your traction control, this is your hill descent control, and this drive mode, once you turn it, that gives you your different modes in the center gauge. You got some cup holders here with storage as well with your phone. Now, this center console here is nice padded with some white stitching as well. Opening it up, you do get a deep, not big, but deep storage compartment with a 12-volt charger down below. And then you have this little cubby right there. It does also include wireless charging. So you can put your phone there and it will charge your phone, no problem. Now that is pretty much it for the interior. Honestly, I love this car. It's got a lot of great things for it. For the price, and the interior is beautiful inside and out. Maybe if they included some different kind of colors of the interior, I think it would maybe stand out more. But overall, I think the Ford Explorer ST is definitely one of my favorite vehicles for the price. Now, speaking about price, let's take a look outside. Alrighty, so let's talk price of this bad boy. So I took the window sticker off ever so gently so it didn't rip. So this one here is in Canadian dollars. We're priced at 68 grand. It is expensive, but for what you really get for this 2022 Explorer, it is a lot. And it gives you a nice base standard option. So you don't have to add too many things. Like the only thing I would add really is sunroof, the premium tech package, which gives you the 10.1 inch screen and then 14 speakers. The street pack is $1,500, which is a great value for the rims itself and the brakes. And you know, this is an optional bench seat, but I honestly love this vehicle. For 68 grand, it's not bad for the performance you really get. So that is it for the price. Let's talk outside about my final thoughts of the vehicle. All right, everyone, so that pretty much concludes my review of the 2022 Ford Explorer. Nothing's really changed from 2021 to 2022, just the year, the number. It's a really nice vehicle. I have really no complaints about it. The only thing I said is maybe some different optioned interior, so maybe like a red or something. Other than that, I think this vehicle is sexy inside and out. Definitely try to get your hands on one if you're in the market for a performance SUV. You know, under the $100,000 mark, that is a 3-row as well. So you also have to consider those things. I really like this vehicle. If you're in the market for one, definitely go check one out. But with that being concluded, this is a wrap, everyone. Well, in conclusion, so other than that, everyone, that wraps up my review. Let me know what you think about it in the comments, and we will see you in my next video. Cheers.